Hello, everyone, and good evening to the halfway point of the Club Dream Masters. We are here at the Autodromo Enzo Dino Ferrari for the first half of the European leg of the series, and we are definitely keen to see how this will show up. My name's Isaac Edwards. Joining me in the comments box once again is Jonathan Hancock. Jonathan, good evening and welcome to Imola.
Good evening, Isaac. Yes, Imola has a lot of F1 history here. I'll leave that big name up to you that you used there before.
Indeed, the Autodromo Internazionale Ferrari, simplified to Imola, was home to the San Marino Grand Prix from 1981 to 2006. But we do consider it a returning F1 track because I think it was a couple of months ago, F1's announced that they'll be returning to this track for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, which I gotta say, I am very excited to see the modern spec F1 cars around this amazing circuit.
Yeah, it'll be quite interesting. The modern cars are the fastest that we've had. So hopefully it creates some really good racing here.
Indeed. And speaking of F1 history, let's not forget what happened back then in 1994 in the San Marino Grand Prix with Roland Ratzenberger and Ayrton Senna unfortunately passing away from two separate accidents. And it was those accidents that caused sweeping changes to the cars and the tracks, making them much more safer. And, well, ever since that accident happened, the last time a F1 driver passed away was Jules Bianchi back in 2014. And it's year after year, these F1 cars are although getting quicker, they're getting much more safer too.
Yeah, we saw that with the introduction of the Halo, and with that, Indy cars also have now got their own version of the Halo, which is called the windscreen, I believe.
Aero screen.
Aero screen, there you go.
It's actually a mixture of the screen that Ferrari trialed back in 2017 and the Halo. So, yeah, it's been mandated on all Indy cars from this year onwards. The Halo's been mandated on the F1 cars since 2018. There's been a couple of big crashes that has pretty much saved drivers' lives, including that of Fernando Alonso in Spa 2018 when the Alfa Romeo Sauber driver Charles Leclerc pretty much catapulted himself in the air and skimmed over the McLaren of Alonso. At the moment, Brock Lindorff is currently your fastest driver, 2-minute 28.4. Luke Fraser's currently on a purple time, so these lap times are starting to come to a head. But yeah, another one I thought of was actually last year with in Formula 3 with Alex Peroni. He catapulted into the air after hitting a sausage curb on the final corner of Monza. The car was wrecked, but he's basically walked away from that relatively unharmed. Goes to show that the safety of these cars, even in the junior categories, are starting to become very paramount in today's racing standards.
Yeah, it goes, like you said, goes to show in all motorsports, even NASCAR supercars, everything. Now the safety is key, and that goes even down to workplaces these days compared to how people used to have to do things. It's a lot safer these days.
Yeah, I just heard in the comments that I think it was Sam Lehman was on a purple sector. But yeah, another purple for Luke Fraser too. But I even seen photos of people working at the Empire State Building and how they were basically dangling themselves off the building. Now it's all scaffolded and with all the hard hats and that.
Yeah, it's very regulated these days. Sam Lehman goes to the top with a 208.
That is quick. Glenn Boyd just did his own lap. It's currently second fastest, 2:10.08. But don't know who is missing from the field? Jack Boyd. Where is he? He's currently in the championship lead by 25 points, and he's MIA. This is not good. That's going to throw him back a couple of positions. I think this is probably going to give him a bit of a challenge to try and move up the field. Looks like we're entering a green. One driver got a green sector. I missed on who it was. Tim Hurst is currently on the green sectors at the moment. And he jumps up to fourth on a 2-minute 11.8. So Sam Lehman, in a league of his own at the moment, has done a 208.6 compared to a 210.08. That's at least one and a bit seconds in front of the rest of the field. This is like Lewis Hamilton versus the rest of the field. Yeah, Glenn Boyd on a PB sector 2, sorry. So let's see how he nails this one. So try to find his name. Yeah. Last two sectors don't look that good for Sam Lehman's, but that 208.6 might stand for quite a while. Let's see how Glenn will take on this one as he rounds Ravazza into Variante Bassa. And where's this gonna put him? It heads towards the control line. Actually, don't know where the control line is to it. Sam Lehman's done a 208.45. Glenn Boyd's done a 209.6. Luke Fraser is now second fastest, 208.6. Ivan's gone into third, 2-minute 9.4. So the times are starting to tumble. Greg Holmes does his PB at 211.049.
Yeah, and they get the 6 laps here for their qualifying tonight, so Sam's only halfway through his at the moment, so we might see an even quicker time from him yet.
Indeed. And also, this isn't a huge field either. That's got approximately 17 cars racing today, which is not that great, to be honest. Matthew Pontello in the number 18 machine. He's on a couple of couple of personal best sectors too in the 18 machine. Rounds Ravazza. Luke Fraser got 2 purple sectors too. Let's see how at sectors 1 and 2. Let's see how Pontello does his lap. He does a it's invalidated, so he must have had it off track. Luke Fraser. Let's see how he goes. He's just exiting Variante Alta now, heading towards Ravazza. Yeah. He looked a tad wide, but these last 2 sectors aren't that flash hot, unfortunately. There we go. That's his lap ruined. Got a little bit too cocky in the AstroTurf, and unfortunately that will be a invalidated lap time. But I don't think he'll have a chance to do another lap, unfortunately. Glenn Boyd now up to third at 2-minute 9.418. So he's in front of Ivan by 5. Adam Sharp now gone third fastest, 209.8. Sorry, 209.2.
Sam Lehman's just come in the pits. I'm not sure if he's getting fresh rubber or if he's called it a day with his lap time there.
I think it's called it a day. There's only 30 seconds left of qualifying before we go into heat number 1. So the whole field separated by 5 seconds. The top 5 only separated by 1 second. That's pretty close. Close. As qualifying is about to come to a close.
Was it this round or the round before this last season, Isaac, that we first had the BMW show up?
Yeah, it was actually this round last season.
Yep.
Let's have a look at the grid for race number 1 of the Club Den Masters here at Imola. Sam Lehman is your pole sitter, followed on by Luke Fraser that completes the front row. Adam Sharp is in third. Glenn Boyd in fourth. Ivan Fantagiato in fifth. Michael Smith crossing in sixth. Darren Sharp seventh. Greg Holmes eighth. Jack Charles in ninth. And Tim Hurst rounds out the 10. Then Brady Buchanan in 11th. Damien Cairns in 12th. Brock Lindorf in P13. That is your last of the timed drivers. The ones that didn't set a time is Hayden Jericho, Hayden Jackson, Bilal Barakat, Ben Edwards, Matthew Pontello, and Alex Malone. And obviously, Hayden Jackson won't be racing because he is your race control. So 17 cars racing this weekend. That is not a lot. But
No.
in theory, this should mean much cleaner racing.
Yeah, it should mean a lot cleaner racing and hopefully more competitive, closer together racing.
Yeah, exactly. Fingers crossed it'll be unlike what we saw last season here at Imola, which, yes, indeed, it was the debut of the BMW M4 GT4. Had a few high key drivers in there, including Tyler Bowen.
And our pole sitter tonight, Sam Lehman, was driving it as well, I believe.
Yeah, I think he was driving a BMW too. I'm trying to remember. I think that's the case. Not long now until we go for a race start. So there we go. 17 cars on the field for tonight's race. Revs are rising now. Round number 4 of the Club Day Masters here at Imola is now go. And it looks like a pretty decent start there from Adam Sharp in the background in the 046 Superflow machine. That is a Diesel Thunder reference right there. Going around the outside, inside into Tamburello for the first time. Looks absolutely clean for the rest of the pack. Bit of too wide action there in the back for the back cars, but it looking absolutely clean, which is very unlike him, like we saw last season. Now look at that. Adam Sharp is now gone into the lead. Luke Fraser is leading in the Nine Cars of Benton livery, and Sharp's got around the inside at Tozer, and looks like he managed to get the pass for the lead. But there's a 3 wide back there with a couple of cars, including there Hayden Jericho.
Yeah, unfortunately, Sam just didn't get that jump off the line that he got, as we see him fighting for second there on the outside now.
Yeah, exactly. He's gonna lose out on 2 spots if he's not careful. There we go. Just slips into Acromillerale for the first time. Oh, Fraser. Fair correction. Used a little bit too much of the sausage curb. As we come line astern into Valiante Alta for the first time. Some of the lead cars already splitting off into a battle pack of their own as they're about to come into Lavazza for the first time. First of 11 laps. But it looks pretty processional at the moment. No, huge actions there except from the front. Because Luke Fraser has literally got his nose on the back of Adam Sharp. And he's going to go for the slingshot coming out of Variante Bassa as we start lap 2.
Yeah, he's got a look up the inside here.
Oh, he's going to get a run. I think he's already passed him. Yeah, he has already passed him. But Luke is saying no, he has to concede that.
Yeah, and this just gives Sam, as we see here, a run now.
Oh, indeed. Indeed, he might have actually had a better exit against Fraser. Oh, in the background! That's a DeWalt car. That's car 64. Greg Holmes has spun it. Just need to be very careful. He's not made contact with anyone else. No, he looks like he's fine. And judging by what happened, he's done it under his own steam. Got a little bit too fast coming out the exit of Tamburello corner, so that's unfortunately ruined his race.
Yeah, it's up here at the front. Adam Sharp had a bit of a moment coming out the corner there and lost a bit of ground on our leader here.
Yeah. Sam Lehman is currently throwing every single type of curveballs to Adam Sharp as we head towards Variante Alta. Couple of guys are very aggressive on the curbs, but they need to be very careful because these are very, very strict in terms of slowdown penalties. You can pretty much gain almost a second if you pretty much completely either miss it or use too much of the curbing. So 1.1 seconds is the gap between Adam Sharp and Luke Fraser. So he's out of the slipstream. And cars are going in now. As Lehman, Vantagiata. Oh, yeah! Glenn Boyd. And I'm trying to see who that was. That was a Shell Helix car. I think that might have been... Yeah, it was Michael Smith Crossing. They got a little bit quick and nearly ran up the back of Glenn Boyd. Hayden Jericho's also pitted, so as far as the question, would the leaders pit next? I reckon they will.
You got a pit to cover, don't you?
Indeed. Oh, one car off.
Well, as we see, Luke Fraser has a big moment out of the corner there.
Ugh. Matthew Pontello as well. But also remember, we've also got the competition caution, so these drivers need to pit as soon as possible to avoid being worse off in the current conditions that they are in.
Yeah, we saw in our last round at Oran Park there, Steve and Owen get caught out by the safety car, unfortunately.
Yeah, it was an absolute shame that happened. Oh, Luke got a little bit squirmy coming into Aquamillari. It's just taking it off the racing line just a smidgen. It is very pointless building a lead when the safety car's coming out. So the top two haven't pitted yet, but I reckon they will pit in the next couple of laps at least. But it's much better. But I preferred that these drivers. Oh, Luke, doing a bit of initial de-drifting right out sideways. Surely you need to pit. Surely he has to pit. But Adam Sharp pits. But that was a couple of attempts from. Oh no! No. Safety car comes out. This is gonna hurt Luke a lot. But what about the drivers in the pits? They're probably gonna get worse off too. They're gonna get pinned for that. So, to throw even more spanner in the works.
This would be coming back in Sam Lehman's favour right now. He'd be licking his lips and rubbing his hands together.
This will definitely work for him for sure. For sure. But in saying that, anyway. But so the safety car is out. It's got the leader, which they're currently at Toza. I think that's what it's called. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. But so I think the drivers that have yet to pit is Luke Fraser. There may be a couple more that haven't pitted yet. So the top 6 drivers have not pitted. This is not good for him at all.
No, it is not.
Jeepers.
So your corrected leader is Jack in the 99 machine.
Yes, and he's already done an 8th. This is insane. And this is the unknown with the safety car. You don't know when they're going to come out. So this is pretty insane if you think about it. And yeah, the drivers that raced in the safety car will definitely be pinned for it. Sorry. So here they go in the pits now. That's the rest of the field into the pits now. So Jack Childs will be your race leader. Depending if the front 2 get an EOL penalty, which I think it's the case when it comes to these. Hey. So, yeah. So Greg Holmes, who is at front of the safety car, he's actually not the race leader. That Adam Sharp is the car behind in the Super Flow entry, which is a reference to Days of Thunder. I believe that is Ross Wheeler's Chevrolet Lumina. I think the main antagonist of the movie. If my memory serves me correct. I haven't seen Days of Thunder for what, 5 years? No, it was either Ross Wheeler or Rowdy Burns. It was one of the two. Okay, there may not have been the main antagonist of Days of Thunder. There might have been 2 primary antagonists. That was of Rowdy Burns and Ross Wheeler. Although Rowdy got a little bit nice towards the end. After him and Cole Trickle had that huge accident. Look, I'm just waffling on at the moment. I'm just going to stop for a sec.
Well, if you want to waffle on about something, how about we talk about F1 test tracks and what happened at the Red Bull Ring just overnight there with the MotoGP crash?
Oh, yes, I've seen them. I even saw the Moto2 crash. Man, yeah. Valentino Rossi has to be the most luckiest rider in MotoGP history to not be hit twice.
Yeah, it was insane. I bet both of them had a brown pants moment after that.
Yeah, Rossi was basically pale. He was in shock, and I completely understand why Rossi was in shock, because 2 bikes at close to 300 kilometers per hour come whizzing by him and nearly wiping him out twice is insane. Insane. He is a very lucky boy not to be hit. Very lucky. Even the Moto2 crash was frightening in its own right. I had to go back and watch the replays because even though people were like, holy cow, that happened, I'm like, wait, what happened? And I looked back and saw the Moto2 crash, and that was frightening. The GP crash was even more frightening.
Yeah, both are very, very frightening, and it just goes to show what respect those guys have to have for their machines and what it takes to ride a bike that level.
Yeah. But I think a few people are saying that this will pretty much tell Valentino Rossi to pretty much call time in his career. Because, man, he's been through it all. So the lights have come off the Porsche safety car, so we'll be coming. So the safety car will be coming in this lap. But yeah, the Moto 2 and Moto GP crashes were definitely the biggest moments of motor racing in the weekend compared to Formula One, which was a snooze fest. So Luke Fraser, who was your race leader at the start at the before the safety car, is currently in 10th. So he has to try and pass all these drive cars to get back up to the lead. But the the question is, what's going to happen to the drivers who pitted under the safety car? Well, when the safety car was called, they're going to be penalized, and I got a feeling that they already are at the rear of the field.
Yeah, to my knowledge, any entering or exiting of a closed pit lane during a safety car period is an ELO, end of longest line penalty.
Yeah, I think memory serves correct. Touch wood, but it looks a bit scattered down the mid pack as we are getting ready to go. 6 to go. 6 to go before the gantry. And we'll get ourselves restarted very, very soon.
And we've got some big names just outside this top three with Glenn Boyd, Sam Lehman, and Ivan in 4th, 5th, and 6th respectively.
Yeah, they're gonna be pushing up a lot. I reckon they're gonna be doing a couple of moves. It looks like Jack Charles doesn't want to move away from Adam Sharp that quick. Already bunching up the field. He has control of a bit of a checkup at the back. He has control of the field, so we're about to find out how this will go. Dan Ravazza and about to enter Variante Bassa. Oh, bit of a checkup there. And away we go. Looks like, yeah, a couple of drivers have fared a little bit worse off, but almost equal in terms of distance between each other as we come towards Tamburello in racing speed once again. Oh, Jack Charles going to go for a pass here at Tamburello. Does he? No, he backs it off. But this has caused a bit of a bunch up with the rest of the field. Luke Fraser is into it as well. Bit of a field moving around everywhere. Oh, getting ourselves together, and Michael Swift coughing nearly. Oh, contact down the back there. I think that indeed was a Luke Fraser and Ben Edwards were involved in that one.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of cars sliding through that same area tonight. It must just be, once you get up on that green stuff out there, it must be very loose.
Yeah, has to be. Villeneuve. I don't remember Villeneuve being that weird. I know it wasn't really the case last season, but again, different cars. With the GT4s, we've got the MX-5 Cup cars. Excuse me. Oh, this is the Sam Lehman on Glenn Boyd. That's a good pass into Variante Alta. Definitely a passing point I recommend.
Now we're running 2 wide for second place.
Yeah, Michael Smith crossing on Jack Childs. Smith crossing will definitely have the best line coming into Lavazza. Oh, Sam Lehman in the back is behind him too. He's going to go past Jack Childs here. For sure, no, he stays behind. It's too wide. There, Glenn Boyd's lost out on a heap of positions. He's got a bit of a tank stab, but he's been now absolutely harassed by Luke Fraser behind him. They're going to go 3 wide into Variante Bassa. Or are they? No, they're not. They're being responsible. Wait, 2 wide. But possibly close enough to knock mirrors off. They're 3 wide. Oh, no way. Oh, a bit of a touch there. But, yeah, Glenn showing us some experience there. It all going line astern and the exit of the Tamburello corner. But, oh, man, that was 3 wide. I never expected that to happen.
Yeah, with all that battling going on, Adam Sharp's just driving away here a bit.
He's saying, see ya later, guys. I'm not getting involved in your stuff. You guys battle, and I sit behind. Sam Lehman absolutely harassing the back of Childs for the bottom step of the podium. Tries to go here. I actually got no idea what corner is this. Out of all the corners, I don't know if it's that one. Yeah, I'm not even going to try. Could he go for a pass here at Aquamilare? No, he stays behind. He gets a good run out, but Jack's got the block on. So his line is compromised. As we come into Variante Bassa, he might go through the outside, and no, he doesn't. He backs out. Tries to go for a bit of an undercut. He gets a good run out of that. Holly has the best run as he comes into Lavazza corners. Sorry. Oh, he goes for a pass here. He goes for it.
Adam Sharp.
Oh, that was a bit argy-bargy there from Lehman. Bit of hip and shoulder, but he does get the pass done. I reckon that's going to be looked at by the race officials. Might consider that a bump and run, so they might have to be asked by Sam to ask Jack to redress that position.
Yeah, now race lead is now under attack because at the same time he dropped off on the dirt a bit there.
Oh, man, this restart's gone a little bit pretty intense here. That's Michael Smith crossing, almost gets it all loose at the exit of Tamburello. Michael Smith crossing just did the fastest ever race, a 209.472. So he's got pace under his Shell Helix car. I'm not surprised. It's the DJR Team Penske car. But here we up through. I think that's Toza. Now I'm questioning what corners are there in Imola. Anywho, we got a race to do. But the gap now between first and second is expanded out to 5/10. But the slipstream is still there. If I was Michael, where would I be able to pass easily? We want to go for Aquamilare, we just buy, or Variante Alta ahead. There's actually quite a few passing opportunities here, and you don't want to waste any opportunities to do so.
I know, but the laps are counting down for him anyway. We're finishing up lap 9 at the end of this lap.
Yeah. Saw Sam Lehman just gotten wide there at the exit of Variante Alta.
Got a really good run out of there, though.
Indeed, he's going to harass Michael Smith crossing as we come the two to the line. as the rear, look at the rear brakes, absolutely glowing on these cars. We're used to seeing front brakes glowing, but never really rear brakes.
Yeah, we saw that at Oran Park last week. They really glow in these cars.
Indeed. It's a very technical circuit, Imola. Which means that you have to apply a lot of brake pressure into some of these corners, including Tamburello ahead for the top three. Don't want to make a moment. Oh, Adam's gone a little bit understeery, which means he's now under attack by Michael Smith Crossing and Sam Lehman at the same time. As we come into a Villeneuve corner, all of them ducking and weaving. They don't want the other guy to pass. Oh, that's a bit of a loose exit there for Adam Sharp. Puts the defensive on, pretty much plants his car down the center, which means no one can really pass him at Toza. But one to go now towards the line for the rest of the pack. Oh, Michael trying to go for a pass. He backs it out. I think for me that's a recommended passing spot, and the corner ahead, Aquamillarari. Time is certainly running out for these drivers. Adam Sharp, I don't think Adam Sharp nor Michael Smith Crossing has won a race in the Club Day Masters, and Sam Lehman side by side with Smith Crossing coming towards Variante Alta. Will he make the pass though? Oh, that's side by side. Nah, he stays behind.
Will he get a slowdown for how much he jumped the curb there? We'll have to see.
I would think that would be the case, but he's still got the power down. They're side by side coming into Ravata corner for the second to last time. Oh, this is going to be very interesting. Let's see how it goes. Oh, he's going to make a pass on the... No way. No way. No, this can't be done. Nah. Whoa. They're still side by side. That was almost a pass on the outside. But look at that. Looking behind. Ivan. If any of these two drivers make... No way. No way. 3 wide. 3 wide of Variante Bassa. If I could slingshot the 2 of them with 1 to go and get P2, they're side by side. Ivan's in the grass. This is going to be close. He backs out. But this battle for second has surely heated up. Adam Sharp said, see ya later. He doesn't want to bar it now. He's checked out. But this battle for the podium is starting to get really hotted up now. I'm getting very excited for this now. I don't know when it's going to end. Oh, check chart and good boy. Oh, they're both wide! They're both wide! Oh, Michael and Sam were both wide at Villeneuve. Michael gets Ivan a bit of a hip and shoulder. Has he lost any spots? No, he won't. But Sam Lehman now up to second.
Yeah, Sam did a good job to shut the door across the nose of Michael right there.
He's got the position now. He's about to check out. But this battle for third is not. This battle is not going to end. I'm 100% sure this is not going to end at all. Oh, Ivan got a bit of the blinks there. Oh. Adam Sharp checked out 3 points, at least 3.6 seconds between P2. Oh, Ivan's got. Oh, Michael is a bit wide. It was a bit loose. Ivan's got to go run. The door. Oh, the short door's going to be shut on him. Tries to go for the outside. It could happen at Ravata. No, will he do the over-under? Yes, he does do the over-under. Does it work? Oh, that's a bit of a hit. That is a bit of a hit. And Ivan goes into third position, but Adam Sharp, through the fire and flames, picks up his first win of the season. Sam Lehman in second, but it looks like the battle for third isn't done yet. They're side by side. Ivan gets it. Oh, and makes contact at the line. My goodness me. Let's check that on the replay. Holy schmozzle. Michael had the slingshot, but unfortunately was not enough to stop Ivan from taking third place by approximately 6/100ths of a second. At least 6/100ths of a second. Could be 5/100ths if my calculations are wrong. But that is possibly one of the closest second to thirds that we've seen in this series. Man, oh man, oh man. I think there may be some words after this race, but
Yeah, I'm
dearie
sure there'd
me.
be a bit of a look from race control there because that was a little bit more than just swapping paint there at the end.
Yeah, I think Michael got a little bit too salty that he lost out on third place. But let's have a look at the results though. For race 1, Adam Sharp, your race winner, checks out when the rest of the field were in a battle. Sam Lehman in second, and Ivan Bantagiato narrowly gets the podium. Michael Smith crossing in fourth, Glenn Boyd in fifth, Jack Childs in sixth, Hayden Jericho in seventh, Darren Sharp in eighth, Bilal Barakat in ninth, and Tim Hurst rounds out the top 10. There's Luke Fraser in 11th, Damien Cairns in 12th, Ben Edwards in 13th, Brady Buchanan in 14th, last of the lead lap drivers. Then Matthew Pontello a lap down in 15th, Greg Holmes a lap down in 16th, Alex Malone 2 laps down in 17th, and your non-finishers were Brock Lindoff and Hayden Jackson. Let's get our podium drivers up for today. Ivan, congratulations on a very intense third place.
Isaac, thank you. I'm still catching my breath. That was, like we pitted early, and I thought that we were onto something, but that was so hard. Everyone drove so well. I mean, the start of the final lap on two wheels on the grass, and like none of us hitting each other is just full credit to everyone. That how was it from your end, Isaac?
It was intense. Edge of your seat up moment. 3 wide, you 2 wheels on the grass coming to Tamburello. That's racing.
Man, I'm lost for words. It's I'm celebrating a new livery tonight with a new sponsor coming on board. So Sports Now, which is a local manufacturing brand that can do clothes on demand for sporting clubs. And yeah, what a better way to celebrate than podium.
Indeed. Congratulations on a very well deserved P3. It was absolutely intense, and we can't wait to see you back on the podium.
Thank you, Isaac.
No worries. That was Ivan Bantagiato for P3. Won it by at least 5/100ths of a second. I'll need to go through my calculations on that. But let's get your P2 driver, Sam Lehman. Sam, congratulations on P2.
Thank you very much. That was hard work.
It was. The final 2 laps has to be one of the most intense racing that we've seen pretty much.
Oh, that second last lap, and probably a couple laps before it as well, when I was chasing Jack, it was, I felt that I was so much faster, and he just was blocking like crazy. So a little bit of the Craig Lowndes Morse code on the rear bumper bar, and we got him in the end.
Yeah. It was very intense in the comms box. We were pretty much on the edge of the seat. We even didn't know if Adam was going to check out.
Yeah, and he had his own battle going on with Michael, and that sort of let me get back into it. And what a crazy race! And like, I'm kicking myself because I probably if I didn't take quite, I took too much fuel. So
Oh no.
so if we didn't take quite as much fuel, we probably would have been won the race. But anyway, it's lesson learned for the next one.
Yeah, indeed. Got any sponsors want to give a shout out to?
As always, Innes Motors and Holding93.com.
Sweet. Can't wait to see you back on the podium.
Thanks, Isaac.
No worries. Unfortunately, Adam Sharp won't be available for interviews at this current point, but I just done my calculations of between first and second. Yvonne got third by 0.055. 5/100ths of a second.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, that is close. Let's get. But speaking of close, tomorrow night we'll have the NTS V8 Evolution Championship at. Well, we're back here. We're back here at the back here in Imola. Same with Wednesday, the replay of Split 2 here at Imola. Thursday is the Anscar Abruzzi Cup, which we cannot wait to see. So we'll have a new championship leader. Sam Lehman in the lead now, but 251 points. Sorry, to 271 points because Jack Boyd is MIA this round. Glenn Boyd 251 and Jack Boyd will be in third with 250 points. With Ivan in fourth with 213 points. 4 minutes before we head into race 2. We can finally catch our breath.
Yeah, so this is our second race of the evening, and again 11 laps with a competition caution, but this one is our reverse grid race.
And anything can happen with this reverse grid race, and 95% of the time it's definitely done something completely different. Oh, Alex Malone. Oh no! Oh, he saved it! The two drivers that Luke Fraser in front of him just doing a bit of tandem drifting in the Benetton cars. Beautiful liveries they are. Absolutely beautiful. Can't really say I'm a huge fan of Benetton because, well, they weren't around. Were they around? I think they were around when I was born. Can't remember, but I was born on the same day as the Friday practice session of the Australian Grand Prix, so who knows? It must be a sign.
I'm trying to do the maths in my head.
Yeah. Yeah. But speaking about what we were saying earlier, that F1 returning to Imola for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Ooh, big shunt at the exit of Villeneuve with Brady Buchanan, and I'm trying to see who that was. I think that was Adam Sharp in the Superflow entry. But yeah, from what I've seen for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, it's going to be a 2-day event. Not your typical F1 3-day event. So
Okay.
this is going to put on a lot of pressure for all the F1 teams to perform, because they won't have the 3 practice sessions that they usually have. They've got one. Qualifying, I'm not 100% sure if it's Q1, Q2, Q3, or just itself. But I think it's them. It's only the F1 drivers at Imola for the round. So this So don't forget. Let's not forget to thank our sponsors: the Digital Marketing Tribe, Dripping Paints Graphics, Abruzzi Racewear, and
By Gourmet.
Slipstream Motorsport, and Track Games Gourmet, and Virtual Motorsport Mentor. Nearly forgot about them. But yeah, a 2-day event for F1. That's going to put a lot of pressure for these F1 teams and drivers to perform well, because I don't think any of the drivers who have raced in F1, except for maybe Kimi Raikkonen, have not raced in Imola before, because the last time F1's been there has been 2006. And yeah, I think Raikkonen's the only driver that has the amount of experience that he has with Imola, because he's been racing in F1 since 2001.
Yeah, with warm-up just about underway, he will be ready for the reverse grid here shortly, and Brock Linford, which was going to be sitting in second place on the grid, has retired from the session tonight.
Interesting. Okay, yeah, just having a look. Raikkonen will be the only driver that have raced at Imola before.
We also got Nürburgring coming back this year.
Yeah, the Eiffel Grand Prix. But here we go. Here is your grid for reverse grid. So Brock Lindorf has dropped out. So Alex Malone will be your pole sitter. Greg Holmes in second. Matthew Pontillo in third. Brady Buchanan in fourth. Ben Edwards in fifth. Damian Cairns in sixth. Luke Fraser in seventh. Tim Hurst in eighth. Bilal Barakat in ninth. And Darren Sharp rounds out the 10 who are racing. Hayden Jericho 11th. Jack Childs in 12th. Glenn Boyd in 13th. Michael Smith Crossing in 14th. Ivan Vantagiaco there. Okay, I stuffed that up in 15th. Sam Lehman in 16th, and Adam Sharp rounds out your 17-car grid. Ten seconds.
So Alex Malone will take that inside spot on the first row as the Hayden is our
RC man. So here we go, Reds Rising for race 2. Oh, that's a jump start. Greg Holmes has jumped the start. That is not good for him. And we are underway for race 2, but that will seriously hurt Greg Holmes. This will seriously hurt him. He's jumped the start. That's going to put him down the rest of the grid. Rest of the field, as they come towards Tamburello for the first time, it's looking pretty even at the moment. A lot more bunched up than it was in the first race, but no incidences as of yet. If I'm going to be mistaken, and I might be truly mistaken. But look at that. The field absolutely bunched up. No, it's not. That's Greg Holmes wide.
all this argy-bargy stuff has allowed Alex to really check out here at the moment too, out front.
Indeed. So the start that Greg Holmes has gone from bad to absolutely disastrous for him.
As we see the third place car get loose.
Oh, yeah, that's Bilal Barakat. Try saying that 5 times quickly. As we, Ben going a little bit argy-bargy in the Google car. Okay, Google, calm down. Coming towards Variante Alta for the very first time. Looking, Alex Malone's check. Ivan's got problems. It was absolutely slow at the exit of, I think that's turn 6. It's missing his bonnet and his front bar, so he must have had contact with another driver, or have done it under his own accord. But Alex Malone has checked out over Luke Fraser by a second. But look at this. This is the battle for third. Ben Edwards overcooks it. It goes into the dirt.
As we see first and second coming in here.
Oh, Hayden Jericho around the Castron Mazda. they're not gonna they're not gonna make the same mistakes they did first race. They are pitting in now. Do it now. Get it over and done with. With the lead that they have, this will definitely help them. Will definitely work in their favor. But look at that sad, sorry state of Ivan Vantagiato.
Yeah, they definitely get them out of all that drama that was going on to the traffic.
Yeah. Brady Buchanan's checked out. He's put up to a 1 second lead over Matthew Pontello in the Autobox machine. Let's say Brady's car is pretty space-like, in my opinion. Pretty one of the nicest deliveries in the field. As we, oh, hey, calm down there, son. Don't need to go all right out sideways already on me. But this battle for second place is starting to heat up a bit. Oh, that's Adam Sharp getting a little bit impatient. Oh, that's a bump. It's a bump there by Bilal Barakat. A bit of hip and shoulder. It's all good, fam.
Rubbin's racing right.
Yep. Oh, Michael Smith crossing on Matthew Pontello out of Aqua Minerale into Variante Alta. He's got the preferred line pretty much, so pretty much check out. They're not checking out, they never make contact. Oh, Pontello nearly goes around. Michael had to back out of that once to not spin him, so he's worse out between the rest of the field. But oh, Adam Sharp for battle for third, battle for second. My apologies. Brady Buchanan's in. Brady's in, so Glenn Boyd's in too. So Michael Smith crossing Ben Edwards, so this might look like the rest of the field might be coming in, but unfortunately, it's only 4 cars. So the drivers who haven't pitted, Adam Sharp, Bilal Barakat, Darren Sharp, I think, yeah, the top 5, Matthew Pontello and Damien Cairns haven't pitted yet. So they need to be really vigilant now, not to make any mistakes. Oh, Sharp goes wide, but Barakat goes wider at Villeneuve. Alex Malone, Luke Fraser move up to 6th and 7th respectively. Adam Sharp's on the fast lap of the race, 2:11 flat. But the question is, will he pit this lap? And my question is, well, you have to. If the safety car came out as early as it did, surely if it happens again, this is gonna screw around the top 5.
Yeah, quite definitely. And we saw Luke jump Alex in that 1 lap dash there while the others were pitting.
Yeah. This hearing from race control, a penalty for Tim Hurst for causing a collision. I didn't pick up where and when. So let's ride on board with Adam Sharp, see if he pits this lap. And I would think he will, and yes, he will. Into the pits, so will Bilal Barakat. Does Darren Sharp follow him? Yes, they do. So what about Pontello? Pontello is staying out. Same as Damien Cairns. That is very brave. That is very brave. Trying to gamble, that really brave thing to do. Try and gamble on a later safety car, but this risk might backfire on him spectacularly.
And around here in these cars, Isaac, does the tyre really fall off that much that it's going to make a difference whether you pit later or earlier?
Indeed. Indeed. So the first pit stoppers were Luke Fraser and Alex Malone. They're now up to 3rd and 4th respectively. So their undercut has worked successfully. Sam Liam has just done the fastest lap of the race, the 2-minute 8.408, which is pretty insane. Let's ride on board with Damien Cairns as he comes towards. Oh, I'm trying to see where that is. That is Aqua Millerari in the Super G Motor Machine. He's made a mistake. Oh. This allows Murphy Pontanello to go through for the race lead, but not the effective race lead. That currently goes to Luke Fraser. This will still put Damien Cairns in 2nd place, but again, will they pit? Will they pit? And my answer to that, well, they might as well do it now.
Yep, may as well rip the band-aid off and get it done. Oh,
Oh
and they get caught
no!
out.
I knew this would happen. This was the risk that they took, and unfortunately, it backfired on them. They knew the risks. They can't pit now. If they do, they'll be penalized. No, they both stay out, so they know what they're doing. This will put Luke Fraser and the rest of the field right up behind him in P3. And they will have to pit next lap. This is going to murder them. They were brave. Tried to take the risk, but unfortunately the risk did not equal reward. And here comes the rest of the field now as they come through Tamburello corner into... what on earth is Damien doing? He was trying to pass Matthew Pontello. Was he though? Or were they trying to do some quote-unquote communication? I don't know though. Yeah, it's pretty much a moot point now. Because they will have to pit in the next lap. They will have to. This is very, very unfortunate for him. But the thing is, don't pit on the green because you will be worse off yet even more, because although these two might be battling for position, they're not going to battle for the front.
The multicolour machines are Luke and Alex have Sam Lehman to contend with on this restart too.
Yeah, true. These Benetton cars definitely got their competition with them. But as we do that, let's ride on board our new championship leader of Sam Lehman, who is your effective 3rd place drive. Is an effective 3rd place, but although he's currently 5th in the, it does have a bit of a lead as the top 2 does pit now. He's got the fastest lap of the race, which is significantly faster than the rest of the field and even faster than his qualifying time. His qualifying time was a 2:08.452. That's a 2:08.408. That's 5/100ths quicker than his qualifying pace. That is insane.
That is, and if he's able to back up his first race, it'll have some big, interesting plays on the championship here tonight.
Indeed, this will unfortunately shuffle Jack Boyd down the field a little bit more, as he is MIA this round. We do expect him to return for the next round at the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya, where Formula One was, in fact, raced last night. And spoiler alert, it was a snooze fest. And fingers crossed, it's not the case when these guys come around. Also, if you guys are wondering, the last 4 rounds have also been revealed. So after Imola, it's Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya. Then we head to the US leg, which is the WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca, before rounding the season off at the Legacy Daytona Road Course. So the track there will be pretty bumpy. As we see the 2 Benetton cars going side by side at the exit of Tosa. Sun is setting on them, which looks pretty. Which looks pretty, not pretty. What am I doing? And this is going to come down to a 4-lap sprint. And I do see the top 5, maybe even the top 6, battling hip and shoulder for the top step.
Yeah, the safety car likes to stay out here a little while. It stayed out a fair while last race too, and we had a quick dogfight there at the end, and it came out with a really good tight result at the end.
Yeah, indeed. So yeah, never say never with these races. Anything can happen, and usually they do happen. As we see the cars at the back there just warming up their tires, also warming up the brakes and making sure that it's all a-okay. Won't be long now until we go racing once more. This might be a pretty close race if all seems matters. That makes sense. Anyway,
Big day today.
Yeah, it's been a big day today. So if I mumble or say or have another Murrayism, I do apologise. But safety car lights should be going out now, right on cue. So we will be ready to go for a restart on lap 8. So that's going to be a 3-lap dash to the line. Sorry, I've been corrected. 5 laps to go. Wow. Talk about crash and burn. I'll soldier on.
You got this only a little bit longer, and you can have a rest.
Yeah, indeed.
Will you be doing the NTS tomorrow night?
No, I've got another race to do tomorrow night. So I'm going to be busy. Like I can't stop. I've got to do something.
Once you start with commitments in iRacing, it just doesn't stop, mate.
Indeed. Just having issues with sorting out the field. Looks like down the back there with Hayden Jericho is currently in 16th position. And I think he's either him or Tim Hurst are trying to shuffle around for position. But our eyes are definitely set on the top 3 drivers. Luke Fraser, Alex Malone. I think they're teammates because they're a number apiece and run the same paint. Brady Buchanan, Sam Lehman behind him. Brady Buchanan behind Lehman. But don't even rule out Glenn Boyd behind them either, because he could have the pace to overtake a couple of drivers to get on the podium at least. A race win's not out of the equation though. Anything can and will happen. Like we saw last race. Anything can and will happen.
Yeah, we still got to get through this restart here. And they can always
Indeed.
be interesting.
Indeed. So here we go. Coming into Ravata corner for the race to get on the way. The field gets bunched up. The field gets a bit of a checkup. In the mid pack there. Manages to get themselves sorted. Okay, no more weaving. Everyone's stopped weaving as we get ready to go for a restart with 4 to go on the line. Safety car pulls off. Luke Fraser has control of the field and away they go. Oh, that's an overlap. That's a bit of an overlap. But no, looks like Alex Malone just stays behind his teammate. And immediately the top 3 has checked out. Brady Buchanan not far behind him too, however. Oh, a bit of a skirmish there between Ivan and Jack Childs. But looks like a very clean restart with the entire field. So that's actually pretty decent, in my opinion.
Yeah, Alex just seemed to get a bit of a better run or something there than his teammate Luke.
Yeah. So with a bit of that overlap, as Alex Malone is now under attack from Sam Lehman. Tries to go on the outside at Toza corner. I swear there might be another corner name ahead. I'm not too sure, but they're currently side by side. Oh, they're going to rub panels? No, they're not. But Luke has pretty much checked out and said, see, it's checked out on it, but never say never. Here we go, down towards Acromillarare. Sam goes for a bit of a dive here, and he gets it done. It's now at the second. Alex just uses the curb a little bit too much. That may incur a slowdown penalty. Depending on how much curb he has cut. But Sam's next target, Luke Fraser. Oh, a bit of a bell in the background here. Oh, that's a car around. That's Ben Edwards. Ben Edwards in the Google machine goes around. I think he was aided too, which is pretty unfortunate for him. Race control will be looking at that one very, very closely as the lights turn on. The Mazdas looking pretty nice in the, I think they're HID headlights. They're not, don't think they're halogens.
Not this day and age, I don't think.
No, most of these cars have really bright headlights, bright enough to blind you. Here we go on lap 9. Sam Lehman. He's trying to reel in Luke Fraser, who is still maintaining. I think he's still trying to build ground over him. There's not in the draft.
As we see Glenn Boyd going for a pass in the background there. And was successful on making the pass with Brady.
And, oh yeah, indeed, he's in 4th. But I don't think he's going to be out of the woods either. As I just heard that Adam Sharp has been given a black flag pit lane penalty for spinning Ben Edwards around at Variante Alta. So a couple of penalties thrown in this race compared to the last one, which was pretty much penalty free. But look, Fraser now up to a 2.5 second gap over Sam Lehman, who is literally has got the foot down and is trying to get it, try and pretty much lose, not really lose ground, but try and get towards Fraser, who had a bit of a crummy, I think he had a crummy exit. Oh, Lehman just a little bit wide.
Is Glenn Boyd's closing down on Alex here a bit?
Yeah, they're not far off either. But will he do it in 3 laps? That is the question. So Luke Fraser's done a 2:88 in the last lap. Sam Lehman's done a 2:10.4. Let's see how they go heading towards the control line now. He's done a 2:08.7 over Sam Lehman's 2:08.5. But with a couple,
tucked in nicely behind Alex here, coming into the first corner. Will he try for a pass on the inside, or is he not up far enough?
no, he's not far enough. He's backed off. He's backed off quite a bit. Might go for a bit of a launch here at the exit of Tamburello. Will he though? Yes, I think he will. But I don't think he's far enough up to make a pass on him into Villeneuve. I think the only thing that Glenn's pretty much going to care about is to try and distract Malone enough for him to make a mistake.
Just fill those mirrors.
Yeah, pretty much. Fill the mirrors, and when he cracks, go for it. But I think Luke Fraser might start struggling here a bit, as the gap between first and second it's actually plateauing at around 2 seconds. Luke doing what he absolutely can. Oh, he's off the track there a bit. Does that incur a slowdown? No, it does not. But I think Sam might be very close to within the slipstream of Fraser. Keep a close eye on him. Oh, Lehman gone really wide. He's going ultra aggressive. He's gained a lot of time at Variante Alta. Now within a second.
Yeah, so, Luke hopped those curves really hard through there.
Yeah, and Sam's just slingshot did it with absolute ease. I think Luke's absolutely under pressure. Whoa, Sam, 2 wheels in the dirt. 1.2 seconds now as we have. Oh, here we go. One more to go. This is make or break for Sam Lehman. If he's gonna be quick, he's actually quite not far off Sam Lehman. Sorry, Luke Fraser's not far off Sam Lehman. So if Lehman manages to get closer to Fraser, he could have a chance on passing him before the control line. But there's a look at behind him. The battle between Malone and Boyd getting absolutely aggressive now. Fraser's gone a little bit loose at the exit of Villeneuve.
Yeah, Glenn's really got a good run through this section here.
Indeed he has. Oh, that's side by side. Glenn Boyd and Malone. I think Glenn. They need enough racing room. Oh, who's gonna budge? Who's gonna budge?
Glenn's got the preferred line on the inside.
Oh, Malone. He's gone wide in the AstroTurf. Oh, craftsmanship is key, boys. And looks like Malone keeps his position, but how long though? How long is the question now? Here he's Variante Alta. Sam
he definitely sacrificed his exit there, as you see Glenn all over the back of him now.
Oh, this battle for the lead is getting intense. The battle for third is getting intense either. I can't pick which one to prefer. 6/10 now between Fraser and Lehman, coming towards Ravata for the final time. All Lehman needs now is a mistake from Fraser or a poor exit. He's close. He might be in the draft, but unfortunately, it will not be enough. I don't think. No, it won't be enough. Luke Fraser manages to hold off on the pressure and will take victory in race 2 here at Imola. But the battle for third is unfortunately also done and dusted. Alex Malone will take third place. Both around 3/10 of a second within each other. Absolutely close, hard-fought racing.
Just goes to show the skill and the craftsmanship
Whoa.
of these guys.
Indeed. Indeed. Well done to Luke Fraser. First race win of the season. Didn't have a good race last race, but he manages to rebound. Does a bit of drifting, but unfortunately not that successful. So it's a Benetton 1 and 3. Oh, yeah, guys. I don't think you're gonna go. I don't think you're gonna be scoring any points for drifting there. Yeah. It's a big fat zero for me, guys. Sorry.
You don't think he's going to be making it to Formula Drift anytime soon?
No, but I think Alex Malone would. That was a really nice drift. And yet, the MX-5 is used in Formula Drift, most notably with Mad Mike Widdett, the fellow New Zealander. Pretty cool to have people from Oceania doing really well in US style series, including that of Formula Drift, which we know a lot of renowned drifters like even with Vaughn Gittin Jr. But I think that might be all of us towards the line. Adam Sharp has yet to cross the control line, which he will do now. And he even slides his way to the finish. Deary me. They're just drifting these cars like, whoa! Oh, love a bit of steam, will you guys? Oh boy, dearie me. Yeah, really nice drifts there from Alex Malone. I'll take that. Oh, unfortunately, it's iRacing, not iDrifting.
Maybe one day.
Yeah, maybe one day if they get the licensing to do so. But Malone, he's also gone to the Van Gisbergen School of still and drifty style burnouts. Big congratulations to them to 1 and 3. Let's go through the finishing results for tonight's race Heat 2. As absolutely burning it up like it's Tokyo Drift. Luke Fraser is your race winner, followed on by Sam Lehman in second. Alex Malone in P3, rounding out a very intense podium. Glenn Boyd in fourth, Michael Smith crossing in fifth, Ivan Vantagiato in sixth, Brady Buchanan in seventh, Jack Childs in eighth, Damian Cant in ninth, and Ben Edwards rounds out the top 10. Then it's Darren Sharp in 11th, Hayden Jericho in 12th, Adam Sharp in 13th, Tim Hurst in 14th. That rounds out your lead drivers. Then Bilal Barakat a lap down in 15th, Matthew Pontello a lap down in 16th, Greg Holmes also a lap down in 17th. And your non-starters were Hayden Jackson, because it was race control, and Brock Lindoff. And Alex Malone is doing burnouts in the pit lane.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that'd go down with our...
I don't think the FIA will look at that pretty kindly. Might slap him with a real-life fine. Well, in real life, he'll be slapped a pretty hefty fine, because that is extremely dangerous to do. And how's things go with the championship? Sam Lehman currently still will exit the round as championship leader with 317 points, with Glenn Boyd at 291. So it's a pretty hefty lead between Lehman and Glenn Boyd. And Jack Boyd will still maintain third with 250 points. And I would think Ivan Fantasiato will be in fourth with 274 points. Let's see if we can get the round winners up, shall we? But P2 will do. Sam, congratulations on P2.
Thank you very much. I'm in P2 again. Oh, I'm so craving a win.
Yeah, I don't think you have one.
I haven't got one in Club Day yet. No.
So it's starting to become a bit of the bridesmaid of the series.
Oh, don't say it. I know. Here this week, I thought, yes, and I'm quick at Imola, and I thought this is my perfect chance, and so close, so close,
so close yet so far. Yeah, at least you're doing pretty well.
Yeah, look, it's still a good championship haul, isn't it?
Indeed, it is. Indeed, it is. Got any sponsors want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, once again, Innes Motors and Holding93.com.
Cheers, and fingers crossed, touch wood, you do get a race win next round.
We'll get there.
Fingers crossed. So that was Sam Lehman in P2. Unfortunately, we don't have the others. So I think we should wrap it up there. Let's get our composures done. No, that didn't make sense. Let's get composed. Let's breathe for a little bit. And thank you all for coming, guys. Jonathan, thank you for being the co-commentator yet again.
Thank you for having me again.
That was close. Love it. Love it. Love it. So, Sam Lehman, now your current championship leader, with a bit of a hefty lead over Glenn Boyd. How will race 5 fare out? We're about to find out next Monday. I've been Isaac Edwards. Jonathan Hancock has been our commentator. JP in the background. And we'll see you guys in the next round.